Hi everybody, good morning all of you. First of all of you, could you check the audio and screen? All of you, please check audio and screen. No video, only screen, only sharing. So both are clear and both are perfect or not. Please check it once. If anybody my voice not getting properly or audio not audible properly, so please disconnect the session and rejoin the session. Maybe sometimes some technical problems, audio not comes properly, up and down, some glare comes. So better disconnect the session and rejoin the session, problem solved. uh, so first introduce myself here. This is Shiva Kumar. So myself, this is Shiva Kumar, and I have 8+ years experience in our IT training. 8+ experience available I have, and I'm providing training on different technologies or various technologies. My mainstream is Java, and side by side, I'm also dealing the web technologies. So these are my main my main subject: Java and web technologies, core Java, advanced Java, and web technologies. Web technologies means this one, especially CSS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as the core Java and advanced Java. This is my main subjects. Without wasting the time, I'm just going to starting our session, demo session, the first demo session of our batch right now. Today, I'm mainly focusing what are the things we are going to learn in this course and what are the advantages of those subjects, how it is helpful for us while developing of the applications. So these are the main points I'm going to concentration on mainly. So what are the subjects we are going to covering here and what is the purpose of each and every technology or each and every subject? This is our first demo session main target. Hmm. So actually our course we are saying as JavaScript, JavaScript, JavaScript. But not only JavaScript, sir. Along with the JavaScript, we are also included the HTML and CSS plus JavaScript. But course name they mentioned only JavaScript, sir. Our heading is comes like that only, but internally it contains all the three technologies. HTML technology available, CSS available, and JavaScript. All the three things we are going to discussing in this course. All these three things we are going to discussing in this course. Generally, journey starts with first HTML. Side by side, the CSS is also going on. And after completion of these two things, then we are starting JavaScript. Most probably HTML, CSS both running parallel. Most of the cases, HTML, CSS both running parallel, not one after one. These two I'm running parallelly always. Then only we'll get the more awareness. And after completion of these two, we are going to starting JavaScript. We are going to starting JavaScript. So this is our main content. And after discussing of all these three subjects or three topics, what happens, sir? End of the course, we are going to developing some project also. Project implementation also available within our course limits, not beyond on these limits. What are the things we learn here? Based on this, we are implementing a project. So this is our complete course content. This is official and compulsory content right now. Sometimes we can also learn some additional things. How, sir? Every weekend we are conducting some workshops. Every weekend we are going to conducting some workshops. In that workshops, you can learn some additional tools, additional technologies also. That is, we don't need to pay any fees. It's a free of cost only. Which technology they are conducting workshops, that exactly I don't know. Every week, one workshop is conducting on one specialized tool. For example, 1 week Bootstrap is conducted, sir. 1 week web services are going to conducting. 1 week JSON is going to conducting. 1 week GitHub is going to conducting, like that. So from beginning of your course to up to end of the course, you can try to cover the 3 to 4 technologies like that. The additional information, additional knowledge. And these all are the free of the cost for narration students only. Uh, Next comes to this one. Hmm. First, I'll give the small information related to our batch, sir. So today is our first demo session. Today is our first demo session right now. Our session timings are 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. IST. Fixed timings. There is no changes in the times. 8 to 9 confirm 1 hour. If you are interested, possible to you. I'll extend another 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. I can take extra time also. If everybody is accepting, that is, everybody is, it's possible to spend that much of time. I'll extend some time also. That is not a problem. But 1 hour session, I think compulsory. Additional minutes based on our convenience or mutual understanding. That is. Next one. This is timing and how many sessions per week. So Monday to Saturday per week, 6 sessions are going on, sir. Monday to Saturday per week, 6 sessions. Sunday only no sessions, sir. Sunday complete holiday. Monday to Saturday. Saturdays also we have sessions. Compulsory. I'm taking sessions. You are attending or not your personal. So weekly 6 sessions compulsory required. Hmm. Weekly 6 sessions and the fixed timings 8 to 9 a.m. No changes in timings. Once we started the batch, we are not changing any time. The same time it continues up to the end of the batch. Same time up continues up to end of the batch. No changes in the times. And faculty changing us, sir. Faculty is changing also not possible. That's why first I introduced myself. So today I started your batch right now. Up to end of the your batch, I am going to handle. Last session also, last day also, I am going to teaching to you. So in the middle of the course, so our topics wise, the faculty is changing, subject wise, faculty is changing, sir. No, not available here. Once if I started the batch myself, I'm going to finishing the batch. Nobody is going to interfering with us. So single faculty, one faculty is dealing the total batch. Hmm. Sessions, how many sessions total it will go into taking, sir? Approximately 35 sessions we need to spend, sir, to finish all these things. Approximately 35 sessions, so we have to spend it. No, sir, we don't have 35 sessions of time, sir. We want to finish the 15 or 20 sessions like that, sir. Those we can talk personally with me in the chat box. I'll give some suggestions for those how to finish. Normally, I think okay, about 35 sessions it takes the session because 3 subjects we have to cover it. HTML we have to spend time. CSS fastly parallelly completing out, so there is no special time for CSS. HTML running side by side, CSS also moving on both parallel tracks, like as our railway track. So, and then this one. Mainly 2 subjects we have to cover, special focusing. So 35 sessions generally we have to spend. You don't have that much of time, please drop the message. I'll plan something different. I'll suggest some different things. This is our batch duration, timings, number of periods, or etc. 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 Next, what about the notes, sir? Documentation or notes or something, sir? Yes, sir. Notes, I'm providing everything, documentation. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these documentations I'm going to providing. Institute is not providing that one. I'm going to providing with my personally only. So I'll share the notes and I'll share the examples in future. Future means the demo sessions. No? After completion of the demo sessions, I'll share it. While do demo sessions, I'm not sharing anything because you also knows why that one. So whenever the demo sessions are completed, our link is going to change. Password is also changing right now. That day, I'll share my documents link. So how you are sharing that notes and examples, everything, sir, by using Google. I'll share the Google link. I'll share Google link. In that link, your notes available. What we are discussing, a discussions wise, the theoretical part, and what are the programs we are practicing in our session of programs. Both daily I'm going to updating. If even daily is not possible, at least 2 days once I'm going to updating those all the things. 2 days once I'm going to updating those all the things.
ఇది కొత్త బ్యాచ్ మళ్ళీ జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ ఏం చేశారు ఈ 2 రోజులు సెలవు
No prerequisite for this course here. No prerequisites course here. Anybody they can learn this course. We doesn't require any other subjects knowledge. No prerequisites. Some of the courses, some prerequisite is required. If you want to go for this course knowledge required. If you want to attend this subject, this another course knowledge is required. Something is available like that. But for our course, we doesn't require any prerequisite. You don't need to maintain any another subject knowledge. Maybe somebody suggesting you want to go for something, something is required. That is their personal, their point of view, their mindset. Our mindset is different, their mindset is different. The one person they suggested how it is applicable for you, sir. Think practically and logically. Suppose Raja is there. One of the student or Raja is there. He likes some Shah Rukh Khan. Suppose he likes Shah Rukh Khan, but all of you like Shah Rukh Khan. No, kada. Somebody they doesn't like the Shah Rukh Khan. They hate the Shah Rukh Khan. Somebody they likes the Salman Khan. So one person they suggested for this one prerequisite that is their mindset. And that is blindly following for us, sir. No sense in that one. So suggestions are free of the cost, yada. So many giving the suggestions like that, sir. We don't need to follow those all the things right now. There is no prerequisites. Anybody they can learn this course. There is no problem. 100% it's workouts right now. JavaScript we are discussing the both things, sir. Core JavaScript we are discussing. Core JavaScript we are discussing and advanced JavaScript. Core plus advanced JavaScript, both we are going to discussing. No problem. Yes, sir, same syllabus only. There is no difference. A syllabus link also will get to your email ID. So please check that one. What are the content available? The content link they already dropped your email. So please check that one. At the registration time, what are the email you provided? So we dropped already a message to that email ID. In that we have the syllabus link also. Otherwise, we can check the content link in our website also. In our website, if you go for the new batches link, their JavaScript batch is available. So when you click on that one, the content link is also comes. Same content, same website, same content. Okay, first I'll give the demonstration about these all the things. So what I'm going to explaining right now is I'm just providing a overview about all these three subjects. I'm just providing a overview about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You can also say as a trailer part. HTML trailer releasing and CSS good trailer is going to releasing and JavaScript trailer is also going to releasing. Today only trailers only we are covering. Today we are just going to covering only trailers. So first of all, the HTML trailer, hypertext markup language. The HTML full form hypertext markup language. So everybody they knows that one. That is not a matter. What is the use of this hypertext markup language, sir? Basically, this hypertext markup language we use it for designing a web page, designing web pages. So if you want to develop any web page, if you want to create any web page, we are using generally this HTML. We are using generally this HTML. Web page designing or web page developmentation. What type of, is there any specific category or we can develop all websites as well? No, yeah, generally we have the specific category. It's called as static web pages. Static web pages. HTML especially supports to design the static web pages only. But I want to design the dynamic web page, sir. Only with HTML not possible. HTML with combination of some other technologies possible. HTML with combination of some other technologies is possible. With only HTML is not possible. Other technologies means what, sir? I want to design a dynamic web page, sir. I want to design a dynamic web page. Dynamic web page, I want to design it. Possible, sir? Yeah, possible, 100%. How it is possible, sir? Like this. HTML with combination of any of the one server side technology. Any of the one server side technology. SST, server side technology. So HTML and server side technology, if you combine these two, then you are able to develop the dynamic web page. Purely HTML, sir, purely static page only possible. Dynamic web page is nothing but an continuously updating the data. Data updations required, content modifications are required. They should automatically update the content. Best examples are your cricket scorecard. Best example for the dynamic page is your cricket scorecard. How the cricket scorecard is scores are changing automatically updations are. For that a server side coding is required. Who is the server side coding, sir? Maybe advanced Java means servlet or JSP, or maybe .NET, ASP.NET, or PHP, or Python, or Node.js. Node.js also we can use. So one of these. Advanced Java, one option. Advanced Java, not JavaScript. Okay, confusion available maybe servlet. Servlet is one of the option. Otherwise, JSP is the another option. ASP is another option. PHP is another option. PHP. Python is also one option. Otherwise, we can go for the Node.js. These all are server-side programmings only. All these are the server-side programs. So HTML with combination of any of this dynamic web page. This missing only static web page. If page comes, page also contains some data, it displaying the information, but automatic updations doesn't perform. Displaying the content fixedly. Same content always displaying. Automatic updations are doesn't perform. So the pure HTML purpose right now. Now generally, what is the reason or what is the need to develop the web pages, sir? Why we are developing web pages? This is another way of explanation, sir. Why we have to develop the web pages? What is the reason to develop the web page? Web pages basically we design for the two purposes. Web pages generally we are developing two purposes. One for data presentation, one for data presentation purpose, and second one for UIs, user interfaces. Data presentation and user interface. 100%. If you go for any website, Facebook or Flipkart or Amazon or Naukri or Monster or TCS or Infosys, whatever it may be, open any website available now in our internet right now. Open any website available in our internet. In all that websites, web pages are available. In all those websites, web pages are available. That web page used for the two purposes only. One for data presentation, one for user interfaces. One for data presentation. The second one is user interface. Any website, the chota website or web bada website, means small website or big website, official website, social media website, whatever it may be, they have to perform only these two works only. Other than these two works, I never seen any website up to now. No, sir, we saw already websites, sir. If you saw any website, please list out that one. Except the data presentation, except the user interface, I saw something in website, sir. Please share that information. I'll also explain to other students. No problem. As per my point of view, this one. So what is data presentation, sir? Data presentation means this is. I've opened some Naresh IT website here. What we have, sir? Courses information, batches information, previous reviews, enrollment, contact details, etc., etc., etc. What is this, sir? Naresh Institute Management is sharing their details to public. Naresh Institute Management, they're trying to share their information to public. Email IDs, addresses, contact numbers, WhatsApp numbers, social media links, and what are the tie-ups companies are available. Previous students in which companies they placed the company's information. What are the training facilities are available. What are the new batches are going on. That all the information available here. This is called as data presentation. This is called as data presentation. Flipkart, sir, that is also data presentation. No, sir, Flipkart we are doing for online site shopping, sir. If you want to do the online shopping, first data presentation required. Think like as a technically, not like as a common public. You want to purchase anything, first how you know the product is there or not? Without knowing the product is there or not, how we are purchasing first of all? The first Flipkart, they should explore all their products with the prices and with offers. Then only we are getting or we are choosing the product. Without exploring their products information, prices information, offers information, sir, nobody can purchase that. So this listing of all this called, it's a data presentation. It's called as data presentation. What about the user interface, sir? User interface means this one. When I click on the login, sir, it's asking your some details now here. Enter the username, password. This is user interface. It is called as user interface. Or we can go for another one. This is called as user interface. We have the small part here, no? Enrollment student. This part is called as user interface. In user interface, we are not displaying any data to users. We are taking data from the users. We are taking data from the users. First case, we are displaying or we are sharing the data to the public. Second case, we are accepting data from the public. So vice versa operations. That is called as the data presentation and user interface. The simple way. I'll just compare with the normal terminology, sir. Data presentation means in our computer's point of view, our programming point of view, output operation. User interface means, sir, general computer's point of view, input operation. These are the only two purposes of the HTML and web pages. Any website doing the same thing, sir. Official, unofficial, chota website, big website, or commercial website, corporate website, any website, they should perform these two things only. Except that nothing. Not websites, sir. Computers are not supports other than output and input operations, sir. You purchased one computer by using 2 lakhs rupees, suppose. 2 lakhs rupees, you purchased one computer. What it is doing, sir? Input, output, that's all. And middle of these two, processing is available. Middle of these two, processing is available. Or if you purchase the computer laptop by using the 20 lakhs rupees, sir, then also input to output to processing. That's all. Computers basically developed for input to processing and output operations. And what are the programs you are developing in that computers? They also should perform the same thing only. So HTML basically used for designing of web pages. This is web page. This is Naresh IT homepage. Naresh IT website homepage. This homepage we have the courses information, different types of trainings information, different subjects information, and your contact Naresh IT contact details, etc., etc. This is web page. It's sharing the information to user. At the same time, if any student they are interested to join the course, you can enroll. The students they can enroll or they can inquiry by using the small application form. This application form is called as user interface. The official purpose, this is an official purpose. Now, when you say the answer is what is the use of HTML, you are obviously saying we can create web pages. Next, immediately the question comes, why we have to create web pages? Why should create the web page for these two operations? So this is the HTML trailer part. The total story I just explained in the 5 minutes. We have a lot of tags in HTML, sir. Yes, there are hundreds of tags are available, but all that hundreds of tags are used for the same purpose only. Those all hundreds of tags used for the same purpose only. Different type of components, different styles of data presentations, etc. But purpose is same: showing information, accepting information. Next to another trailer part is CSS. Another trailer part is CSS. So cascading style sheets. Full form is cascading style sheets. The full form, cascading style sheets. What is the purpose of the CSS, sir? CSS is always providing the moral support for HTML. CSS is always providing the moral support for HTML. This is fact, sir. Based on this point, what we can say, sir, if HTML is not available, CSS no use. 100% no use of the CSS. But without CSS, HTML they can work. Without CSS, HTML they can work. But without HTML, CSS they shouldn't work. Linking dependency operations like that. What is the use of CSS, like this? Any particular purposes we are using, sir? Yes, CSS basically we use it for uh, to change to change the look and feel of a web page. CSS basically use it to change the look and feel of web pages. So what are the web pages we developed in HTML? That web page we want to change the appearance, some better appearance, attractive format. I want to design that one, sir. Then you can apply the CSS. That is, I said, to change the look and feel. In the sense, we can also simplify this one. What are the web pages we developed in HTML? What are the web pages we developed in HTML? Those web pages, if you want to apply some makeup, or you want to perform some makeover, the makeover is called as CSS. The makeover is called as CSS. Simple. In your house, in your home, you have some function. Your brother's marriage. So we are going to ready. Of course, your brother is getting ready. At the same time, we are also getting ready. Some special makeover is going on. Some special dressing style, some special look, some special hairstyle. That is called as CSS. Simple here. It's look like it's funny only, but it's called as CSS. Except that CSS we doesn't have anything. The more attractive way of presenting HTML pages, CSS is providing the support. The more attractive way of presentation of HTML pages, CSS is going to support it. Here, link, observe this one. The first basic page, the basic designing should come from HTML only. Once the basic designing is completed, that basic designing is presenting like as a heroine, like as our hero, like as our Miss Universe, Miss Indies, India. That way of presentation, if you require, sir, we need the CSS. Except that nothing is there, sir. A lot of things are there in CSS, but all those things are used for the same purpose only. So many things are available in CSS, so many topics also available in CSS, but all the things, all the topics are used for the more we are attractive way of presentation. attractive way of presentations. That is the CSS simple thing. So first HTML continuity CSS. So this is the basic purpose of these two. Very simple things, sir. A simple example. So if you are observe here, we have all icons with the uniform size. All icons we have the uniform size, and all these images, Docker, Chef, Puppet, Jenkins, and DevOps. These are the images with the same uniform size, right? And alignment also proper alignment, straight alignment in the same positions. And one image to another image gap is also uniform gap. Gap is also uniform gap, right now. Whenever the mouse pointer comes on the image, sir, some zooming is going on. See that? Everything. Uniform sizes, same line of alignment between the one image to another image, same uniform margins gap, and this zooming small animation. All these are the part of the CSS. All these are the part of the CSS. I zoom out. This is also CSS option only. If mouse pointer enter into that image, we are getting some zoom. And if you are leaving that area, it goes to normal states. See that all images we have that one. This is pure CSS option only. So uniform size designing, aligning on the same line between the one image and another image, same equal spaces. Everything is the part of the CSS. CSS not available, sir. Same images we can design, but uniform sizes not comes, and that uniform margins or spaces also not comes. The random sizes, uneven sizes it will comes. CSS when you apply, will get the decent and uniform look. You'll get the decent and uniform look. The practical example for CSS. All these buttons also designed in the CSS only. Web technologies, cloud technologies, animations are rounded buttons, the special icons representation, that everything is part of the CSS. How to create that buttons are basic button designed by the HTML. The basic button is designed by the HTML in the rectangle shape. The rectangle shape button is turned into the curved button, and inside that a small logo is displaying, that is CSS part. Basic button is comes from the HTML. So here we have the submit button, a purely HTML button, rectangle shape. But this is rounded corner is comes with CSS effect. This rectangle shape button changed into this rounded button, that is CSS effect. So I hope you understand the HTML and CSS linking and interaction and supportability working. And one common point in both, sir, both are non-programming. Both are non-programming. Coding not available here, like a C, C++, something, we don't need to write any code. Or what we are doing here, sir, it's a completely non-programming, that is nothing but designing. Steps we are writing, but coding logics now no need to. Logics it's not supported. For loops, so if conditions, so calculations, so formulas implementation, so decision making operations, so these type of logical supporting HTML, CSS not provided because they are not belongs to that category. These are purely designing portion only. These are purely designing portion only. Next, the third one, the actual main thing, JavaScript. So what is the use of this JavaScript, sir? Continuation of this one. So how CSS providing the look and attractiveness changing like that. JavaScript is providing some backbone support to these two. Not moral support, backbone support. Backend. Why is there? My last point. Both are non-programming. Both are non-programming. Coding not available. Sometimes we need coding support for the HTML and CSS, sir. Front end. Front end means user interface developed in HTML. But that user interface compulsory, they need some backbone support. Coding support required. Why, sir? User all details entered are not properly. Checking required. Yes, entered. The entered details available in the proper format or not. Checking is required. First of all, entered or not. Checking required. Yes, entered. The entered data is the valid data or not. How to perform all these checkings, sir? HTML not supported. CSS not supported. No chance. Because you want to check the data, sir. Logical thinking is required. If conditions required, for loops required, expressions required. Are these all the things not available in CSS, sir? Yes. These are the things not available in HTML, sir. Yes. Then we need the third party support. The third party support is called as JavaScript. The third party support is called as JavaScript. So JavaScript is providing the logical support for these two technologies. JavaScript is providing the logical support for these two technologies. If you develop the front end screens more effectively, for your front end, backbone code I am supporting. HTML and CSS, design the front end more attractively. Okay, na? Then backbone code support required, na? That I'll provide it. That I'll provide it. So JavaScript is providing logical support for the HTML and CSS based web pages. HTML and CSS based web pages. Okay, what are the web pages we developed in this HTML and CSS? For those web pages, it's providing the logical support. So if you want to see practically, I'll show here. This is. So here we have a small student inquiry form, also student enrollment form, as well as the inquiry form. Right now, who are interested to join the courses, those students, you can fill the details here. Our backend team is going to contacting with you. It's generally happening right now. But now student filling details here. Student was filling the details here. Hmm? Name of the student Shiva. Last name missing. Last name missed. Email ID available. Contact number available. Mode of training, some weekend training required, only weekends. State Andhra Pradesh. Which course required, sir? Some Python required. Some Python required. So almost all the details I entered here. Only one detail is missing, that is last name. What happens, sir? We'll get the problem. Reason, sir, we have star symbol here. I think as a normal internet user also, you know the meaning of star. Star, star, mega star, or power star, or something star. Hmm? So what is the meaning of stars are mandatory or compulsory? They said it's a compulsory field, but I'm not entered anything. Right now, without entering the details, I tried to submit. I'm clicking on submit button. A few seconds after, we'll get an error message. That error message produced by JavaScript. This is. So there was a problem with your submission. Errors has been highlighted below. Some brown color borders, special effect is there. No? Colors CSS. Colors CSS. Is it error or not? Who decided, sir? JavaScript is decided. How, sir? They checked the data. They checked each and every field. They checked each and every field. User entered details or not. User entered details or not. They checked each and every field. Where the fields are missing, there the JavaScript is upsetting. There the JavaScript is upsetting. And we got the message like this. And we got the message like this. This is their backbone support is nothing but and this is. So the front end user interface came from HTML CSS. When you try to submit the data entered are not properly checked by some code in background. Some code is in background. The code is producing this type of error message. The code was producing this error type of message. That is the importance of JavaScript. So purely logical support. It's purely logical support for HTML and CSS. Basically, for your understandability, I shown this small point here. Like that, the JavaScript is performing a lot of things. Like this, JavaScript is performing a lot of things. First, we want to understand the basic purpose. That is, I just shown here. This is called as generally, technically, it's called as validations. Technically, this type of checking is called as validations. JavaScript's one of the main purpose is validations. JavaScript's one of the main purpose is validations. That validation is this one. So as per this, you got, I hope you got an awareness which technology for which purpose we are using. So if you want to design an efficient web application, static application, we need all these three supports compulsory. Three supports minimum these three supports. Maximum, sir, we need lot of other technology support also. A lot of other technologies also required. Now conclusion of these three, sir. Yes, HTML individually we discussed the purpose. CSS individually we discussed the purpose. Okay. Next, JavaScript individually, logical supporting for the HTML and CSS activities. These three. What is the total purpose? Individually is over. What is the total purpose? See the conclusion of these all the things. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Right now, three things are available. So, what is the purpose of this total set? What is the purpose of total? All these three technologies. Total purpose. This total course used for developing static web applications. This is here to develop static web applications. All these three, not only particular one, the total course, our course total purpose, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these, the total course what we are covering. This total course purpose is to develop the static web applications. To develop static web applications. Complete course. Yes, we can also say as a front end. Total, that is, I said, na, static web applications. Static web applications. Other than dynamic operations, sir, here I already said together what is meaning of dynamic. Continuously data updations are required, but that is not supported. If you need that complete data updations continuously, you need some of these support also. Our course concentrated the static web applications only. Somebody's point of view, the front end applications, sir. Okay, you have some problem is there, na front end applications. What is different? Meaning same, sir. What is different? Meaning same. Mataji, mom, mother, amma, meaning same. Way of expression is different. You know very well that one. So, course was mainly focused on this one. So, for what purpose you joined, I don't know, sir. Why you joined this course, I don't know. But my intention, and we are going to learning the concept in this manner. We are going to learning this course based on this one. So end of this course, we can develop our own website as sir. Why not? 100% we can develop, but conditions apply. End of this course, you can develop your own website, but conditions apply. Condition number one, regular attendance required. Condition number two, regular practicing and referring also required. In these two things, anything is missing, sir. I'm not responsible. Regular attendance is not available. Regular practicing and referring is not available. You are unable to develop your own application. If you did these two things properly and perfectly, sir, I'm the guarantee you can develop your own website in static mode. Your own website in static mode, like as the Naresh IT style of application. Yes. Regular attendance, regular referring of the material, and practicing of the programs available. You did these things. End of the day, you can develop your own website. 100% you can develop. So this is our first demo session, sir. So I given a trailer part of our course. What are the things we are covering here? For what purposes we are using those technologies? Those I given awareness to you. Hope you understand what I explained. Hmm? So if you have any queries or if you have any doubts, please ask.
Yeah, hello. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Yeah, this is Sachin. So I currently working with the Salesforce technology. Okay.
Okay.
So I need the JavaScript, HTML, and CSS as well. Uh, so that my question is that you have to cover the application level JavaScript, no?
Yes, we are discussing the both core and advanced JavaScript also. Hey, first of all, application level JavaScript to non-application level JavaScript, two things are available. First of all, I have doubt too.
No,
Generally,
means
subject to what are the topics available, those only we are using in real time also. On
yeah.
non-available topics, we are using anything in real time. A lot of cases, I faced this question. No, I'm getting always confusion with that question. Huh?
Yeah, no, same thing. Means the mainly on the real time.
Hmm.
That is the things.
It's a real time or non-real time, whatever it may be. Topics, content, everything is same, right now. The way of implementation that is going to deciding that simple thing. So generally, what are the topics are available in JavaScript? A student is learning those things, and the real-time employee also using the same topic for developing of application, for maintaining of application. In real-time employees, separate topics are not come together. Only the way of implementation is different. A normal learner, a working employee, implementation is the different. Topics not different anywhere, right now. So we are going to do discussing all topics as per the implementation level only.
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh, Pratyusha. So, ma'am, you have any Java knowledge? You have any Java knowledge? No. JavaScript is different. JavaScript is different, sir. Scripting same, but produced different companies. JavaScript is coming from different company. JavaScript is coming from different company. But content same. Coding style both are same. I guess you are using Samsung. I'm using some Motorola. Suppose right now, both are different companies, but internal Android is same, na? The same thing. So if you don't have any Java knowledge, then better go for the React. Pritisha ma'am, you can better go for the React. The Angular Java students say that it's more fetching. Angular Java students is more fetching because Java with Angular is always good combination, right now. You are non-Java students together, you can go for React. It's more useful for you.
Hello, good
Yes,
morning, sir.
morning.
Sir, what is the difference between JavaScript and Angular 11?
JavaScript is a coding, Angular is a framework. Angular is a
Means,
framework. Yes.
tell me about the work of the framework.
Uh, you have any Java knowledge or .NET or Java knowledge?
Yes, sir, I know the Java.
What is difference between the core Java and Spring?
So I don't know about the Spring, but Coursera is a programming language in the doing the programming purposes,
Okay.
backend purposes.
Java AngularJS is providing the ready-made libraries, a lot of ready-made libraries it is providing for integrations and performing the more operations, and it is simplifying the coding. JavaScript is no, we don't have any libraries internally. It's a basic programming. We are going to learning the basic programming in JavaScript. What are the basic programming we learn here? Those we are implementing in Angular. JavaScript, what we are learning here, these all the things we are going to implementing in Angular.
Okay.
And if you want to say in the simple terminology, Angular is the advanced of the JavaScript. Angular simple terminologies, Angular is advanced of the JavaScript. But
Sir,
you
can
want to
you
learn Angular, JavaScript knowledge compulsory.
without without JavaScript Angular is not work, sir?
No, you are unable to understand first of all.
Okay, sir.
Faculty explaining also, you are unable to understand.
Thank you, sir.
So can we get offline JavaScript batch?
Sorry. No, React also JavaScript knowledge compulsory, sir. React also JavaScript knowledge compulsory. Say the pronounce the name React JS. What is the JS? JavaScript. In name you have JS, na? Offlines, I think currently not available, sir. Maybe when it is going to starting, no idea. The next week, 1 week after, 10 days after, exactly, no idea. But they are starting. Exactly time, I think we don't know. Offline batches.
Sir, if we miss any classes, can we get recorded video?
Sorry, it's not audible.
If we miss any classes due to technical issue.
Videos are there providing, no problem. I'm sharing notes. If you are absent or if you are attended, daily I'm sharing the notes. We can refer the documentation. And moreover, they are providing the videos recorded, our live recording videos they are sharing.
Okay, perfect. What is the fee, sir?
Fee, you can contact the admin department.
Okay, sir.
Sir, is there any recommendation with JavaScript for any other course?
JavaScript with Angular, Node.js, React.js, for all these courses, the things we need JavaScript. You want to learn the Angular, you want to learn the React.js, you want to learn the Node.js. These are the frameworks plus the server side right now. In all these three things, internally, JavaScript is going on. We advanced level courses. Normal courses, we have so many Ajax available, JSON available, jQuery available. For these also, JavaScript knowledge is required to learn those jQuery, Ajax, JSON. For learning of these three technologies and tools, also JavaScript knowledge is required.
Sir, is there a class in JavaScript or HTML JavaScript?
This is total HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, sir. Our course, all these three things are covering. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these three things we are covering in our batch. You need only JavaScript.
Hello?
Somebody, I think there you are in traffic here. Some disturbance are coming. Amount related, fees related, please contact the admin department, sir. I don't know about the fees or amounts. So please contact the admin department. There we have the contact number in your message. So please contact that number.
Good morning, sir. Sir,
Yes.
how much time it will take to cover whole course?
We already discussed, 35 sessions it takes compulsory.
Thank you.
35 sessions.
Okay, sir.
ECMA script you don't need to learn separately, sir, for JavaScript too, because JavaScript is the implementation of ECMA script. That is not necessary to go for separately. ECMA is the specification, JavaScript is the implementation. Both learning is unnecessary thing. You can go for any one only.
So before we start this course, we know any language?
Not required, madam. No need. No prerequisites. For learning of this course, for joining of this course, we doesn't require any prerequisites. No other subjects knowledge required. Anybody they can learn this course. There's some subject knowledge available, then only we can join this course as well. No, 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 no. That type of things not available.
So classes timing will be changed or it's
No, no, madam. Fixed timing, same timing,
fixed time?
8 to 9, fixed. No changes in the time in future also.
Okay, sir.
Up to the end of the day, end of the batch, we are continuing in the same timings.
After that, we work on a live project like on front end.
Yes, end of the course. We are
So
designing
how
one
much
project. Sorry?
how many project we will complete?
During the discussion time, while discussing of the topics, we are doing a lot of demo projects, madam. At the regular intervals, 4 or 5 topics are completed. With that 4 or 5 topics, one demo project. Again, 4 or 5 topics of total one demo project. Like that, throughout the course, we are doing a lot of demo project. Original project one we are developing at the end of the course.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. TypeScript is different, JavaScript is different, sir. TypeScript and JavaScript both are the different scripts. Similarities are available, and the syntactical similarities are available, but both are not same.
Sir, I'm attending C language class and your batch is contradicting. And
Malesh. Yes, Malesh.
Yeah, I'm attending C language class of Bharat sir, and
Okay.
your batch is contradicting. I will share the key and
Wait.
video link, and I will refer it. Okay.
Are you in traffic?
Hello.
Please wait, Malesh. I'm getting some disturbances. A traffic noise is getting. Malesh, now we can ask.
Sir, simultaneously, I'm doing C language classes from the
Okay, no problem.
And 10 days I will not be attend the class, and if you are sending a recorded video, I'll refer it.
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, would you recommend any book to study for the JavaScript, or
I'm not going to referring anything those. Some question, JavaScript and Angular, can I get the to understand the trailer part?